What's up, Mr. Bacon?
Oh gosh, came back from my workout and saw myself on your screen. I was like, oh fuck.
You're famous now, sir.
Infamous.
So what's up? What happened?
Okay, so I'll give you the rundown. So this was not the first time that we were at the table, right? So we got there. Oh, I got there about 11 o'clock. So I met up with Bunnyman and we were walking around for a little bit, and then we got over to the booth. These guys were like in the back of the expo, not close to anything else per se. So we got back there, and it was just Caro Brown and the Saskas, all like NDA Andrew, Alex, Eric, Brandon. They weren't there. They were off at a panel somewhere. So obviously, y'all know what happened. I went and talked with the Saskas for a couple of minutes, got my infamous photo with those two. Confirmed Sturgis for being the garden gnome that he is. He's like 5'6" tops.
Yeah.
So that's what happened there. And I said to the Saskas, like, oh, Eric's not here. He can't sign my book. They're like, oh, yeah, he's at a panel. He'll be back, I think, about 12:30. So Sean and Bunnyman went off and just kind of hung out, went and got a pizza or something. Came back, so he's there. And that's where you see it. Okay, so I'll backtrack for just a second. So the first time we went up, you see the security guy with the Rippaverse comics and the lady who was there, like in the very first picture, who's kind of mean mugging that people had circled in red. She was sitting off in a corner. So we pulled up the first time because Bunnyman has got his bunny gear on. And they see him, right? And I said, well, let's do this. Why don't you go ahead and take off, and so I can do my thing here and talk with these people and see what happens. He's like, yeah, okay. So he takes off, but they were like, yeah, it's that guy again, and they're talking amongst themselves. Like, if he comes back, we'll be ready, sort of thing. I'm paraphrasing, but that's more or less what they said to each other. These people didn't know who I was at all. And I was pontificating with Bunnyman. I was like, I wonder between like you and me and Riley, does somebody like give them our mugs or something so they know who we are if we pull up? But apparently that wasn't the case. So we come back and we're standing in line. I'm obviously in front. Bunnyman is standing behind me. He is saying absolutely nothing to anyone. He is not saying a word. He's got his stream going apparently because he's behind me. I couldn't see exactly what he was doing. The guy in the Rippaverse shirt comes up to him and says, hey, you came back again to say hey or whatever. He's like, yeah. So he says that and then walks off. And then somebody else comes up to him and says, like, what are you doing here? And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm right in front of them. They're going to ask me to leave too, or Brandon is going to say, hey, he's with him. He needs to go too. I was like, this is going to happen. But it didn't. So as you can see, the lady from the expo, the one there with the big fat head and the nose ring, comes up and she starts saying, like, you need to go. You can't be here. And starts having a physical altercation with him. Hands on him. Literally yanks his badge off of his neck and says, now you don't have a badge, you have to go.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And then they had like another private security company that was there, like people in private security uniforms that kind of look like rent-a-cops, stereotypical rent-a-cops. They come up, they've got him off to the side, and then he's continually filming, and then you'll hear him as this goes on, saying the things that he's saying. Say like Eric, say hey to Comicsgate, Bunny Battalion, all that stuff. But so I'm standing in line, and again, I'm thinking any second now they're going to ask me to leave, and they're going to, guilt by association. I said, I've got a police report, just like he does. Mine's more extensive than his was. They obviously know I'm not there, probably for good reason. But I was thinking at the same time, I was like, well, I'm sure they know from my Twitter post that I met the Saskas, got my picture taken with them, and got them to sign my book. So what the hell are they really going to say to me?
You're a hater.
So Brandon is there. And while I'm standing there waiting, and this is while Sean is doing his thing, Alex comes up to me and he says, "Hey, thanks for your contribution to St. Jude's. It went to a great cause." I was like, yeah, that's good. That's good. He's like, "Yeah, in spite of everything that happened," because I had sent the emails to him and like the St. Jude's. I was like, "Hey, I don't want to be any part of this book. The fans are degenerates. I don't care." I was like, "Take the money. That's not a problem. I'm not asking for it back." But so that was my kind of conversation with Alex, if you want to call it that. It was a brief exchange. And
so did you
while
accuse him of being student of God? Did you say, "Hey, student of God"?
No, I did not.
Yeah, the test of
I
was a missed opportunity.
My dialogue with these folks and exchanges was very, very limited. And
you need
that
to make
was
something up, Chris. You got to like start like lying, just like they do.
But that was completely by design. I wasn't there to cause a scene. I didn't want any of that stuff. So at this point, when this lady's coming up, Eric, his signature table is about where I am in this still right here. So Eric walks away completely from his signature area and walks to the other end where they're selling merch, and he starts talking to other people. And what's kind of fucked up, I was waiting, but there was somebody in front of me as well. It's not like he saw me first and said like, "Oh, fuck you," and just took off. There was somebody in front of me as well. So he took off completely, left another person hanging, left me hanging, and goes and runs off. And then other people are coming up saying like, "Well, where's the line? He was here, now he's over there. Where's the line? Is that the merch line? Is this the See Eric line?" And then people are like, "I don't know." And then NDA Andrew came up to me and said, "Hey, are you waiting to get your book signed?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm waiting to get my book signed." So eventually they get Bunnyman off to the side, and Eric does sign my book. He looks at me like pretends he doesn't recognize who the fuck I am. Signs my book, doesn't say a word to me. After he signs my ISOM book, I give him the police report folder. He opens the folder and I said, "Can you sign this?" And he looks at the police report for just a few seconds, like looking at it, seeing what it is. Brandon comes up, doesn't say a word to me, to Eric, anybody. Takes the folder with the police report, takes my fucking Sharpie, and walks off without saying a single thing. So I was like, okay, I could make a scene, but Bunnyman's over there, the security's over here. Like, "Hey, give that back. That's not yours," that sort of thing. I was like, this is not the time. This is not the place.
That was the perfect time. Security was. I think it really made a really big scene.
So I just walk off, and as they're hauling Bunnyman out of the venue, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to leave Bunnyman hanging. I get my signature. I get my incident with Brandon, and then I leave. And then yesterday when I got home, Brandon likes to file police reports falsely, so I filed a police report for petty theft and stolen property. And
there you go.
I'll let him explain. And earlier today, I got the confirmation that they accepted the police report. So maybe Brandon Taylor gets a call from the Dallas PD like, "Sir, it's been reported that you stole a folder, a copy of a police report, and a Sharpie pen. Can you please return that to this person?"
A valid police report. Say again.
Well, yeah,
valid.
I mean, it's 100% valid. I posted it. Everything is 100% correct, down to the detail of why he took it and everything else. So yeah, I mean, that was what happened. Bunnyman got the shaft, and again, I think it's important to repeat this because I'm there, he's there. We have both been to the warehouse. Brandon obviously knows that. He's the one who filed the police report. We both have a police report for the same reason. Obviously, I'm a stalker. Obviously, we're both dangerous people to him and are scared the employees so much that Brandon had to go to a fucking Quick Trip gas station over by the warehouse to file these police reports, right? So why did Bunnyman get the treatment that he did and I did not?
And not you, yeah.
That I still can't figure out why they treated him completely differently than the way they treated me. Because again, when we were at that line together and at that booth together the first 2 times that day, we both entered the line and we both didn't say anything to anyone. I don't know what he did on Friday, but the times we were there Saturday, there was absolutely no confrontation, nothing said to anyone without provocation. And they did him the way that they did him. And I walked away completely unscathed. No one said shit to me. And I mean, other than James and MD Andrew, with a couple of, quick pleasantries, Eric didn't say shit to me. Brandon didn't say shit to me. No one said shit to me, except for Jen and Sylvia Saska, who were, they are who they are. But I mean, I'll say this: they're genuinely nice people. I mean,
did you catch them kissing each other?
No, I did not. But they were pleasant to talk to. I mean, they were quite nice, and they're down for the cause. I mean, that's one-on-one.
They're converting. I can feel you being converted, Chris. Tomorrow you're going to be wearing a Rippaverse hat. Like, I'm back. I'm back, Eric.
Sleeping with a Bloodruth plushie. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, they were nice enough. I mean, I don't have any issues with them personally as far as like how they interacted with me. They didn't treat me poorly, or anyone else for that matter that I saw.
We lost another one. We can figure
Seems like they're happy to be there.
Cosmic says we can figure it out, Chris. You have the money to sue them into oblivion.
Well, my thing is, I'm really curious how far the Dallas PD decides to take this. So it says you falsified a police report. Is that why you took his police report? Well, so I don't know. But yeah, it was. My approach was certainly much more calculated than Bunnyman's. I had a goal. I had a point that I wanted to make, and I wanted to make it subtly. And when Brandon took my property and just walked off with it, I was like, okay, well, now I have a valid reason to file a police report against him and see how he likes it. So we'll see how that all
medicine.
Yeah.
Standing there.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out.
But there you are, just standing there, menacingly.
Minding my own business.
You're looking for Mike Partika to have a conversation with.
No, what? From when I think when I was on Ruby's stream the other day, I think Andrew Rowland is somewhere over here, like on the other side by the door. I didn't know that, but apparently he was there somewhere. But yeah, it was an unfortunate situation with Bunnyman. He did get the shaft. Objectively speaking, there was no reason whatsoever for him to get the treatment that he did at this particular time or any other time that day, because he wasn't doing anything disruptive at all other than filming. And I'll say this too, again, I'm an objective person. I'm going to call it down the middle. The Fan Expo rules do state but again, this is under the media guidelines, and I don't know if this is credentialed media or what means media to these people. But it does say if you are filming and they ask you to stop, you have to stop. And that is a rule, but that wasn't conveyed by this Fan Expo lady to say like, hey, per our rules, this person has asked you to stop filming. You need to stop filming and respect their wishes. It was, I mean, as you can see, completely off the reservation on how she handled this.
Yeah, no warning was given before all this happened.
Yeah, like, hey, you need to turn your camera off. These folks don't want to be recorded. You need to turn the camera off. And if you can't do that, then I'm going to have to ask you to leave. But again, like from the first time we were there, they saw he was there. When he came back, it wasn't very long before they confronted him and did what they did to him. And again,
they raped him?
What's that?
They raped him? Fuck.
Yeah,
Bunnyman got raped by the police.
They were not very nice to the Bunnyman. Again, for no real reason. And why I didn't get similar treatment, other than the fact I wasn't recording anything, I couldn't tell you. Who knows?
I love how Chris didn't say anything to the man getting booked by the security so he can see his mission through. He's on a mission from God.
All right, guys, I got to head out, but I thought I'd give you that little insight from my eyewitness account.
Yeah, you made it sound like they molested him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what when the camera turns off, that's when they start molesting. I was like, oh shit, Bunnyman.
Yeah, but this lady absolutely, I mean, physically, engaged with him. And yeah, I mean, I don't see how that's not battery in any situation whatsoever. I don't know, because looking at it, I was like, why is she touching him? What did he do that would warrant this type of reaction? And why am I not getting similar treatment from these folks at this booth? I don't know. Whatever. What can you do? All right, fellas, y'all take it easy. I'll lurk here, but
All right.
I'll talk to y'all later.
Easy.
Yep.
Later, Chris.